The FNAF timeline is something that has stumped many people over the years. But, however, some have claimed to have solved it. Today, I will attempt to create a timeline that I, name here, personally believe in. First thing is, what the hell was Fredbear's or Fall Fest? Well, since I couldn't go to PAX West, and also I didn't have enough free time because of school, couldn't get a preview of Secret of the Mimic, so that's gonna be based off of the descriptions of people that played it. Descriptions being of the carnival thingy. I believe Fall Fest was when it all started. Kind of obvious because, 1979 Fall Fest and later William and Henry were able to make several animatronics and made Fredbear's in the 80s. The year of Fredbear's and his restaurant's creation has to be after Fall Fests, and before 1983, because,
Was that the bite of 87?
actually, Mark, it was the bite of 83. The bite of 87 was
done by Foxy.
Gerald the First was the victim. After the bite, the second location was closed. Freddy would get a last name, and the old withered animatronics would be repaired. They would reopen Freddy's. However, William would be drunk driving during the time and the first Freddy's was open and run over Henry's daughter. The reason he was drinking was because he was mourning the loss of his son, Dave. I think I just put the image of Hyperdroid's solution to the Foxy grid. Anyways, in a panic, William would throw Charlie's body in the alley nearby and drive off. A couple minutes later, the marionette would escape its box and go outside in the alley to find Charlie, destroying itself in the process. Charlie would develop an attachment to the character and would possess a later iteration of the animatronic. Alright, name. I know you like to understand things, but you're gonna need help with FNAF. As I've already stated, the FNAF timeline is stumped just a little people. So I'll help with that. I'll take over for a little bit. After Charlie goes missing, Henry starts to spiral, making robot versions of herself, and eventually makes a machine to top himself. However, this only happens after he puts all the animatronics that haven't been put to rest yet. Well, to rest. William had been missing for 10 years, and Michael, his son, would end up taking a job as a night guard in the second Freddy's. He would be going to his last shift at his father's underground, literally, soul harvesting facility a while after his job at the second Freddy's. However, the shift would turn sour. Near the end of the shift, the animatronics would reveal to him that they had fused into a mess known as Ennard. Really funny pun. And uses the scooper to evacuate his insides so they can hide it in his carcass. Wait, did they write and record an entire section of the video for me? Oh, well, I'll just pick up where they left off. So as they left off, Ennard scoops Michael's insides so they can go to the outside world. However, that turns sour as their costume rots. Ennard is forced to eject themselves from Michael's body, and Michael somehow survives. The day Michael's corpse rots is like 2 years after he gets scooped. He spends another 18 years trying to regenerate his body using his fridge. After that, Michael goes looking for his dad. However, he doesn't find him. Eventually, Michael realizes that he's not going to be able to sustain himself by doing nothing, so he gets a job at a horror attraction called Fazbear's Fright. And his employer, Phone Dude, finds William and thinks it's just some weird moldy rabbit thingy animatronic. On Michael's third shift, he's surprised to find his dad staring back at him through the window. However, William, thinking that his son forgot about him, is enraged at the sight of his son, who also accidentally killed his other son, Dave. Remembering that Michael killed his other son, William attacks Michael. Michael, however, was provided a way to lure his angry father away. On Michael's fifth shift, some of the wiring short-circuits and the building lights ablaze, severely damaging Springtrap, aka William. After William's suit is damaged, he goes back to Fredbear's and repairs his suit using Fredbear. However, by doing this, he attaches one of the victims of his killing spree in 1985 to him. This victim was an extra one that he realized that he had nowhere to stuff it, and so he just realized he had the decaying Fredbear suit locked in the back room. He stuffs him in there and brings the suit back to Fredbear's, which is now foreclosed. This spirit, however, seriously despises William and plots to make him pay. After William repairs himself, the spirit hides in his body, and William makes his way to a new Fazbear's location. After all the animatronics that haven't been put to rest arrive at the new location, Michael's last shift at the new location, Henry Emily lights the location ablaze, and everyone inside is put to rest. After this, Cassidy, the person hitchhiking on William, creates a sort of hell for William that involves him facing all his creations. That's where I'm ending this because any longer of this and I will go insane. This is